Well, you're very welcome back to the channel. Today we are in the beautiful Garvagh forest here in County Londonderry, and even though the forest is absolutely beautiful, what we're actually able to do here is to see Northern Ireland's only pyramid. And there it is in the distance. We're just walking towards it. It measures 18 feet by 21 feet, and just as we walk up to it, we can think about how this pyramid came about. And it came about essentially through the Canning family. Now, the forest and the estate around it was owned by that same family from 1614 to 1921. And part of the family was a certain Lord Garvagh, who extensively toured Egypt. And his actual name was Baron Leopold Canning. In the early 1800s, he decided when he got home to build this wonderful mausoleum that we'll just walk up to now in a few seconds. And this is where he wanted to be buried. There's a wee sign here. You can see all the damage by the storm that's happened here. We had a couple of storms last week. We're in mid-January 2024, and there's Garvagh Forest, and there's the pyramid with the wonderful blue bells in the springtime. Haven't got quite to the springtime yet. But anyway, back to the story. So this Lord Garvagh, he toured Egypt in the early 1800s. He wanted to be buried here, and he had this incredible mausoleum constructed. It's the only pyramid in Northern Ireland. Now, he didn't get his wish to be buried here because on another one of his marvellous grand tours in France in 1840, he died and was buried there. So he didn't get his wish to be buried in Northern Ireland's only pyramid. Look at the damage of this storm here. All these trees dying. I'm glad that their tree didn't hit the pyramid, but there you go. And it was actually never used as a mausoleum or a grave, or it was never used to bury someone because Lord Garvagh's wife, she died 51 years later. She chose not to be buried here, and just as we walk round the back of the pyramid, we can see that the vault was sealed. So Lord Garvagh wasn't buried here. He was buried in 1840 in France, and then 51 years later his wife chose not to be buried here. And isn't that absolutely incredible? So they sealed the vault after the wife's death when she chose not to be buried here. So let's just have a look around here. You can see all the damage of the storms here in mid-January 2024. There's a big tree down there all along here, just about avoided this pyramid. There's another one there. Absolutely incredible. I've been so excited to come to this. Northern Ireland's only pyramid. There are a few pyramids in County Offaly in the south of Ireland, and I'm sure there are pyramids all over the world. But on the late Lord Garvagh's tours in Egypt, he wanted to build a pyramid to be buried here, and unfortunately didn't get his wishes. Today he's buried in France, and his wife chose to be buried somewhere else 51 years later. So we'll just walk you around here. Look at this. Look at the forest. We're in Garvagh Forest here. It's a beautiful day, and we're in County Londonderry. We're on the way to the port here, and we just stopped in this amazing place. Absolutely beautiful, lovely place to come and cycle and take your bike and take the dogs for a walk. But there you go. I've been very, very excited to film this. I'm so happy I got to see it, and I hope you enjoyed it. Wherever you are today, I hope you have a wonderful day. Over and out from Garvagh Pyramid.